Hello again, rivals. This is Xonia, and welcome back to the Zone. So, one of the best things that UR has done in recent years is Kate's free Duel card. Many experienced players with the majority of the collection may skip out on this little bonus, but it's one of the easiest and best ways to continue building your collection so that you don't fall behind the market's inflation. Some days I'm really tired and I make my decision on whether or not to get my 10 wins on based on the card that I might win. So today, I want to cover those cards and give you a better understanding of what's being offered and why you definitely shouldn't pass up the offer. To unlock Duel Mode, you must be at least level 20, and once you hit it, it's my belief that you should try to finish Duel Mode every single day. Duel Mode is at the bottom of the list of modes, so don't forget that it's there. Every 24 hours, a new card is offered by Kate for anyone who can beat her 10 times. The card is always a common, and it's always a 2-star or a 3-star. Previously, 4-star and 5-star cards could also be obtained, but they changed that after only about 1 month after it began. Theoretically then, this means that you should never need to buy a common 2-star or 3-star card. You will always have a chance at getting it through Duel Mode. Additionally, the Duel Mode card is random for everyone, so there's no guarantee that you and your friend have the same card up for the day. You always need to make sure to check for yourself to make sure that you are not missing out on getting an awesome 2 or 3-star common card. In the past, you could continue after winning 10 times for as long as you stayed in the mode and hit replay, but recently they've nixed that ability. However, you can still technically use this feature if you're willing to lose a whole lot of battles. So you're allowed unlimited tries against Kate, so don't worry about losing. Also, Duel Mode counts towards unlocking missions. Kate is one of the only reliable people who won't quit the match early, costing you precious missions progress and genuinely frustrating you. And by the way, I tend to personal message every single person who quits matches early, telling them that they should finish their matches and immediately blacklisting them afterwards. Seriously, if you have not heard me say this before, finish your matches. Don't be a punk. Anyway, time to get off my soapbox. As for which cards are available, that's still not entirely clear. Just that at some point after leaving New Blood packs, common 2-star and 3-star cards eventually become available in Duel Mode. They will not appear if they are still in New Blood packs though. Originals of RBs, or CRBs, are also not obtainable. However, RBs are obtainable if they are more than 6 months old. All that said, let's take a look at all of the cards that are potentially available to you through Duel Mode. Now, obviously, as you can probably already guess, some of those cards are not actually available yet, but these are all cards that will be available as a card at some point in Duel Mode. In total, there are 311 cards that are or will be available through Duel Mode right now, and that's no small amount. Some of these might even be able to be built into a low-star, semi-competitive deck. I'm looking at you, Rescue in Montana. Additionally, to me, it looks like you should be able to make decent half-deck out of almost all clans too, in order to help you finish the missions to obtain the clan LDs. Throw in one of the leaders that you've won, and you're actually not looking bad at all. Sure, you probably won't break, top 50 in a daily tournament, but getting top 1/3 or even breaking top 150 would be very possible, netting you credits and slightly better rewards as well. Now, especially if you're a newer player, you definitely want to know which cards of these to keep and which to go ahead and sell. If you're not new, then perhaps you're interested in just how much variety there really was, at least as far as making it realistically possible to finish some of the LD missions and have a decent deck. So, as I'm sure you already guessed, here's another breakdown of the cards, only this time, I'll do it by the different abilities and bonuses you may need in order to complete those missions, as well as just getting a basic grasp on the game. Now, here, when you see cards with clan missions, what I mean by this are cards that once you buy them, they immediately unlock a mission. This does not include new blood cards, which come with their own missions, which may need to be bought in order to unlock again later. But these are cards with the missions that automatically show up that you can get for each one of the clans. Just for fun, let's see if I can say all of the names in just one breath. Frank, Kang, Jenny, Miru, Daryl, Esther, Vivian, Endo, Rolf, Tatane, Magda, Nanastasia, Anuka, Ice Cube, Brampa, Noel, Milka, Brutox, Derby Queen, Zapatino, Jalil, Odile, Keanu, Nobo, Cybix, Archibald, Leo, Nikki, Pino, Zodiac, Dieter, Hell, Grand Vista, Trey, Tula, Alice, Svetlana, Frida, Joanna, Replay, Crejo, Gurchin, Ogun Q, Haley ×2, Murray, Dayton, Rebecca, William, Anton, Jessica, Sandro, Reef, Tafa, Colin, Mickey T, Izobad, Anygod, Sunder. Last, let's take a look at these amazing cards. These are cards that I would consider using in very high-level decks still. So a lot of these cards are actually quite good. These are cards which are definitely worth keeping as 2 or 3 star common cards that are still good in high-level play, at least in my opinion. Karen, Mulligan, Oksana, Ralph, Shazam, Verislav, Anuka, Snorker, Balorg, Derby Queen, Zapatino, Radek, Flanagan, Tolliver, Wire, Ivy, Octavia RB, Spiaggi, Orlok, Ector, Tid, Clover Noel, Ella, Hector, Anita, Dr. Norton, Joanna, Sue, Kenji, Gertjan, Yuki, Murray, Morgan, Tobby, Westwood, Sandro, Snowflake, Eugene, Sean, Bert, MacArthur, Bubblegum, and Sunder. Well, hopefully you can see that there's actually a whole lot of variety, and some pretty good cards in here too. So finally, let's take a look at the Clints element to the cards in our final chart. As we can see, half of the time, we're going to get a card that's worth 2 to 350 Clints, as the median card here is 350 Clints. That means the middle card of all the cards. So out of the 311, the one that is in 156th place at the time was our Dawson, and he was 350 Clints. So half the time you're going to get a card worth 200 to 350 Clints, and half the time we're going to end up with a card from 350 to 2,900 Clints. As for common cards that were worth over 1,000 Clints, when I checked this 1 month ago, there were 18, or 6% of the cards. Zapatino, Mulder, Dr. Norton, Sue, Anita, Prince Jr., Titus, Katja, Anuka, Octavia, Tula, Yuki, Lucio, Sidnose RB, Replay, Spiaggi, Bob Joby RB, and Ashley RB. Bob Joby RB, Natrang RB, and Octavia RB haven't quite been around long enough yet, though, at that point. As of last night, though, there are 22 cards, or 7%, worth over 1,000 Clints. Tid, Bruce, Mike and Moose, Prince Jr., Sue, Murray, Brandon, Anita, Dolores Boss, Otome, Jalil, Anuka, Dr. Norton, Ector, Lucio, Yuki, Tula, Spiaggi, Sidnose RB, Ashley RB, Replay, and War Dog RB. Again, Natrang RB and Octavia RB, as well as Bob Joby RB, have not been around long enough to be on this list. So, if you see these cards, make sure you put the time in to get them. So basically, if you're only in it for the Clints, then if you see a card worth over 350 Clints, you've beaten the average and should definitely get it. Otherwise, UR has given everyone plenty of great cards, covering the entire gamut of abilities in the game, and also access to at least 44 commons that are still used or are usable in high-level decks. So the next time you say that UR doesn't help out newer players, you're dead wrong. Now, I will accept that these cards are given out randomly, thus meaning it may take a while for newer players to get the one that they want or need. But the fact is that they have access to them for, well, free. All that they need to do is put in the time and have a little patience. Also, as a benchmark, you shouldn't need more than about 40 minutes at worst to beat Kate 10 times. The key to beating Kate? Well, that's for another video. But if time's an issue for you, then perhaps investing in a decent, dedicated, high-star, 35+ Duel deck might be worth it for you. If not, then I suggest using your time against Kate to work on missions. There are 58 cards with missions Kate gives out, after all, since they'll net you some extras, giving you a manageable goal that's easier to aim for than becoming ultra-competitive straight out of the gate. You can also use that time in order to work on your LD missions. So, if you're new, hang in there, put in the time, and eventually you'll have an army of common cards that you can either use to complete missions, build a nice beginner competitive deck, and or sell off to get enough Clints to buy some stronger cards. Doing this one small thing, just beating Kate 10 times a day, is a huge part of easily earning 1K a day in only 1.5 hours. But that video's for next week. If you can make it a habit from the get-go, even if you only have 1.5 hours a day, you'll be able to get a decent beginner half deck for each clan, as well as own almost one entire clan, minus the CRs, within 6 to 7 months of starting UR, or much less time if you only want the cards for one competitive deck, or are willing to spend a little more time at UR. That's not bad at all, especially compared to other CCGs out there, and you can do it all for free. This concludes my video on Kate's Duel cards. I hope you've learned something and can see that even a newer player can get some really awesome cards from Kate's free daily card. Even if you had the worst luck possible and only got a 200 Clints card every single day for an entire year, you would still gain a minimum of 69,350 Clints worth of cards, after Kate's 5% sales tax. It's foolhardy to not pick up the free card unless you honestly think that there's a better way to spend 30 minutes than destroying Kate for easy profit and easy progress on missions. So, what do you think about Kate? Leave me a comment below and let me know if you try to get Kate's free card every day, and let me know why or why not. If you like this video, please feel free to like it, favorite it, and share it. And as always, if you like my Urban Rivals videos, remember to click subscribe down below. This is Xonia, and as always, you've been in the zone.